All the things you want. It's everything you need to
with your evening newscast for today, Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. My name is Joshua Van Slyckman. Let's get to the news in details. In Guyana's third report to the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, EITI, an international watchdog that allows citizens to track revenues remitted to the state from the oil and mining sectors, the spotlight was placed on the employment record of the onshore and offshore petroleum explorers. One of all the companies listed, however, only one entity reported no employees for the 2019 reporting period. That company is On Energy Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Canadian firm CGX Resources Incorporated. On Energy holds the Berbice block from which it signaled an agreement with the state on February 15, 2013. The report notes that CGX has 30 male and 8 female Guyanese employees. No expatriates were on the payroll for 2019. For ESSO, the Stabroek Block operator reported 52 males and 29 females, all from Guyana being part of the permanent staff, along with 109 male foreigners and 15 female expats. Total workforce at the time of 2019 reporting period was therefore 205. The Environmental Protection Agency will be holding a public hearing at the end of the month at the Roraima Duke Lodge to address appeals submitted with regard to the entity's decision to forego the need for an environmental impact assessment for ESSO's latest proposed 12-well campaign. The decision to hold the public hearing has since been communicated by the EPA and relates to the 2 separate 12-well drilling campaigns proposed by ExxonMobil Guyana for exploration ventures in the Kaieteur and Kanji oil blocks. According to the EPA, the decision was taken in accordance with the Environmental Protection Act Cap 2005, which stipulates that public hearing be conducted into all appeals submitted against the EPA's decision not to require an EIA for the project. Meanwhile, given ExxonMobil's aggressive approach towards unlocking more oil in the Stabroek Block, which already holds almost 11 billion barrels of oil equivalent resources, the World Bank is now warning Guyana to be wary of the environmental and economic consequences that come with an accelerated pace of development. The financial institution has been one of the nation's key development partners since the discovery of oil back in May 2015. Over the years, it has spoken glowingly about the nation's potential to be a model state with oil and gas, as well as significant revenues that will come. The World Bank was keen to note that the real challenge will be for Guyana to transform this newfound oil boom into a better standard of living for citizens. Governments in the United States and other oil-producing countries around the world have moved to introduce one-off tax for such companies that have been operating and enjoying increased profits as the cost of oil continues to surge on the global market, largely owing to the war between Russia and Ukraine. Locally, Vice President Bharat Jagdeo has confirmed that it is the citizens that force those countries to slap the one-off taxes on those companies, arguing that this could not be replicated in Guyana since we are bound by a PSA, a production sharing agreement, with very specific terms of taxation slide. Leader of the opposition Aubrey Norton, on the other hand, could not definitely say whether he agrees with this policy for the oil companies operating in Guyana, since he must consult with the AFC on this. When Norton was pressed to say whether the party supports the one-off tax as instituted in other countries, Norton said he believes that the coalition has to review the present situation and then make its position clear. You're listening to us right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Finally, at this time, the Guyana Association of Professional Engineers, in its quarterly report, is urging that careful planning be implemented as the country embarks on a number of U.S. billion-dollar projects. One such major project that is expected to commence this year is the gas-to-energy project. One aspect of the project, that is, the laying of the pipeline to transport the gas from the Liza field in the Stabroek block to the Wales development site, is expected to cost some $1.3 billion US. Another aspect of the project to be pursued by the government will see a natural gas liquids plant being constructed to treat and separate the gas, which will then be used to generate some 300 megawatts of electricity. And with that, we've come to the end of your evening newscast for today, Wednesday, June 15th. Allow me to remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at the newsstand near you for just $100 Guyana, or head across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. My name is Joshua Van Sleckman. Thank you for joining us. Have a great remainder of your Wednesday evening. Coming up at 19 hours 20, it will be time for the Glenn Lyle Show, where we tell it as it is.